Hi everybody, it's Janet from another planet for cooking, cutting up, and keeping it real. So, you might be wondering, what time is it? Well, it's smoothie time. I have got a hankering for a smoothie this afternoon for my snack. But, you're getting to know me and you know that I want to have some sweet that's natural, but also some other dark colors or veggies or nutritional punch in the things that I ingest. So I've got some pretty typical smoothie ingredients and then maybe some other things that you might never have tried before, but I know they taste good because they take on the flavor of the things that we're familiar with in smoothies when we think of them as a sweet treat. So here I've got ready to roll some spinach, and that is a neutral vegetable in a smoothie that will take on the flavor of your other items. So there's my strawberries, blueberries, raspberries that you've been seeing this week that I got to get eaten up, and this is a good way to do it. That little gob over there, that is almond butter. So that's going to make for some good protein that will help me metabolize the sweet part and make it last longer. And instead of having that big spike and then that dip, putting the protein with the sweet stretches out the time that the food lasts. So that's a good thing for me. So back here on the counter, I've got a banana that I had put in the freezer. It hasn't been in there very long, but it is cold. But you could have bananas frozen just like this that turn black in the freezer but are still very usable in smoothies or baking. Some of you may already know that and do it. I have some almond milk, or you could be using yogurt, a plain yogurt, regular milk, whatever you want to splash in there. There's the jar that the almond butter came out of. It's just the almond butter, no additives. And my bag of spinach that I just served myself from. Now here's some of the other things that I'm going to dip into with a spoon and add in that are good for B12, vitamin B12, or for lowering cholesterol, or for keeping blood sugars low, or whatnot. And so I've got my chia seeds. You saw me use those this week. I may as well just dip them in here while we're talking. So I've got my little bullet container, and I'm going to put a spoon of the little chia seeds in there. They do well when they're in with a liquid because that's what you need to do in order to digest them better before they go into your system. How about my little splash of cinnamon that I like? You've been seeing me do this if you've been watching these videos this week. Come on, cinnamon. There it is. And here's some ground flaxseed. Sometimes I buy it already ground. Sometimes I buy the whole ones and then put them in like a coffee mill kind of grinder and do it that way. I know that you get more out of flax seeds when they're ground into the flour than when they're the whole seeds. That's a good thing. And then what else? Okay, here's some nutritional yeast. This is something I've only started using a couple of years ago, and you can sprinkle it on just about anything. It can go on salad, it can go in soups. It enhances the flavor of whatever you're eating, and that's the thing that's got the vitamin B12 in it. So it ups kind of your protein content. And I'm just going to do, a little splash of that in there because I've got a lot of things going on. And then I am going to put some hemp hearts. The neat thing about trying to control blood pressure or trying to control cholesterol is that sometimes if you're already eating a fairly decent diet, it isn't about foods that you remove from your diet when you can have food act like medicine. It's about foods that you can add into your diet. So that can be fun to think, what? I get to add more variety in my diet? That's kind of cool. So I'm just going to go easy on that as well and put that in the bottom. So all those things together are not a whole bunch of content in the bottom of my container. And then it's time to stuff some spinach. So these things I washed ahead of time, and probably this smoothie is going to have a lot of that green look. It's going to be with the green smoothies. I'm just going to use my hands and grab my strawberries. A mitt full of those, a mitt full of blueberries and raspberries. Oh wow. And then I'm going to get my almond butter in there. That's probably about 2 tablespoons of almond butter. And I've got room for more spinach in there. So I'm going to stuff the top. So when I think about what I'm going to be drinking, the amount of fruit, oh, I got to put my banana in too, right? When I think about the amount of fruit that I'm going to have, it's not very much because the vegetable is taking over a lot of this. So that's a good thing. But yet, look at all the dark color. And, you know, you're going to get your potassium from your banana. Banana is almost like a whole food. We just got to watch how much we eat of it. All right, so now I'll put that where you can see it. There's my pretty container of all that, and it's time to add in my liquid. So, I don't know. I guess I'll go almost halfway, and it's time to put it together and put it on the machine. There we go. A little almond butter to lick off my finger. And let's see if I can get this in here and get it going. There we are. If the banana had not been already in the freezer, getting chilled, then I would have put ice in this, but this feels pretty cold. Obviously, ice would melt down and make a more watery consistency, and I wanted it to be a bit creamier. So, for me, part of the fun is how you serve things up. So I pulled out a fancy little serviette and a wine glass in order to make this a little bit celebratory on this hot vacation-y afternoon. And it is a green smoothie, and it's very thick. Oh, it's going to be delicious. I just know it. So, there we have it. My green smoothie treat for this afternoon. Tasting a lot like the banana and the strawberry, but so packed full of nutrition and a nice chilling drink, a cool drink in the afternoon that's going to give me some energy to take me through until my evening meal. Cheers, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.